and breakthrough in 2014 video series. It's just something cool I wanted to do to kind of give some value, to connect with you guys, and to share, more importantly, some of my experiences, some of the things that have made the biggest difference in my life here over the last couple of years. And also recently, I've been doing a lot of growing and a lot of experiencing new stuff, learning, and I wanted to share some of that stuff with you guys. Today, what I'm going to talk about is the difference between personal growth and business growth, but also how they're so interconnected. And what I thought when I first got started, especially in the personal development world of, becoming a better business person and becoming a better communicator or marketer, is that that was personal development. And what I realized was there was a big difference between business development and personal development. But what I found out recently, and when I say recently, over the course of the last couple of years, was they were so unbelievably connected. For me, obviously, that there was a major growth cycle that happened when I was homeless, struggling with drugs, so on and so forth, that I went through sort of a transformation in a huge growth cycle to be able to now be in business and be successful and have the experiences that I have now. But what I want to talk to you about is something that I think is a little bit more close to home, close to heart, and something that you can also relate to, which is something that happened recently with me. And this happened off and on over the course of my entire entrepreneurial journey. I would kind of get up in the morning and I would jump right on the computer. And I'm talking about before I had breakfast. I'm talking about before I did any sort of movement. Sometimes before I even changed clothes. I would be literally in my underwear. I would get out of bed, yawn, stretch, go to the bathroom, and jump right on the internet and start building my business and marketing. And what that ended up translating into was a whole lot of reactive type was a reactive type movement. I was putting out fires. I spent all of my time in my inbox kind of replying and reacting to everybody else's crises in my life, because I didn't go into my day focused and I didn't go into my day balanced with food in my stomach, and not just any food. And this is not, I don't want to get too much into diet on this particular video, but not just any food, but something that was going to fuel me. No exercise, no meditation, no nothing. Just jumped right out of the kitchen into the frying pan. And what I did recently, and I really focused on this, over the course of the last year, I started to kind of get my body moving in the morning and go and exercise or start having breakfast, so on and so forth. But what I did here over the course of the last month and a half was I made a commitment to myself that I was going to take care of me before I took care of everybody else. And I don't know if you can relate to that, whether it's you're a mom or whether you're somebody who's a boss, or you just have people in your life, and we all do. And I think a lot of us feel like we've got to jump right into dealing with everybody else's shit before we deal with our own. And that's what it feels like, is shit, when we're not taking care of ourselves. And for me, I made a commitment to focus on Dave in the mornings. That meant getting food in my body, good food, food that would actually fuel me, going and exercising, getting my body moving my physiology, right? I mean, getting my body and focusing on my physiology, moving my body, going in, getting the blood flow moving, releasing the endorphins. And what that translated into in my business was that translated into not one, not two, not 3 times, but like 10 times more focus. It translated into being able to be more calm, be more peaceful, be more strategic, be a better communicator, be a better writer. It allowed me to make better decisions. And what I learned from that was that personal, and I didn't really learn this, but it reminded me, and it was this unbelievable lesson for me that reminded me how interconnected personal growth was with business growth, right? They're really one and the same, although they're very different. So what I want to ask you is, what are you neglecting that you could be doing? Whether it's something like I described. Whether it's an issue maybe with a relationship in your life, maybe it's something with your marriage. I think a lot of times we get into, especially the business that we're in, and we think, hey, if I can just get some money coming in the mailbox, right? If we just don't have to worry about bills like we worry about bills every month, then everything's going to be better. And unfortunately, a lot of times I see people who become ultra successful and end up not having the happiness that they thought they were going to have when they became successful, because they didn't focus on the personal side of things too. So in your life, and I really want to make a difference, and I want you to make a difference more than anything in your personal life and your business life, because they're so important. For you, is it maybe something like the way that you look, or the way that you feel about the way that you look? Maybe you're not shooting videos. Maybe you're not really going towards being in front of people or being on stage because you don't like the way that you look. And this is just a real issue that a lot of people go through. Not only women, but men go through it too, right? I may wake up one day and say, I'm too pale, I'm too overweight, I'm bloated, I don't like the way my hair looks, I've got a scratchy voice because I'm just getting over being sick, and I don't want anybody to see me on video. When the truth of the matter is that all of the things that I'm not doing in my business are a direct result of things that I'm not addressing in my personal life. And when you start addressing the personal stuff as well as the business stuff, then it all seems to mesh and gel together. And what I want you to do is look at the things in your life that you could be doing, that you may be neglecting right now, that could have a massive impact on your business. So that being said, love you, appreciate you. I'm going to hit the pool right now. We already had some food. We hit the gym, and we're getting ready to go relax. I'll talk to you on the next video.